afternoon, Mr. Joseph Gaskins. And I believe that you also co-chair for Maryland Business Clergy Partnership. Tell us something, what exactly this entity is all about and what is your role there?
The Maryland Business Clergy Partnership was developed to create a linkage between businesses and pastors and members of churches. I'm presently the co-chair of the organization, and we've been in existence about 4 or 5 years, focusing on the state of Maryland as well as D.C. and Virginia. We have a membership of over 150 churches, and we have businesses who make up also the membership as well. And currently, we have about 500 businesses who are partners in the organization.
So primarily the focus is the economic empowerment using those faith-based centers.
Yes, that's what we've noticed over the years, that we have found that they are underutilized. And it's because quite often the churches have their services on Sundays, and they have prayer meetings, and they have a focus on community in a bit in terms of maybe shelters, but they're still not doing enough in that direction. They have the food pantries, which are pretty large among the churches because it's easier to do those things. But they really don't have the entree into the business aspect. So our objective was to essentially step in and provide them business leadership. Business leadership is very vitally important, as you know, because without business leadership, you don't have job creation. And that's the key to any community, is to be able to provide jobs so individuals become self-sufficient. Their sons, daughters, and elderly in the community are taken care of, because you've got a variety of partners who have a variety of capacities, abilities to perform in certain area. And it's kind of unique in the entire essence, but it's common.
Yes. Now, Mr. Gaskin, the other question is that what is the response in a rapport with the state of Maryland or the PG County government or the Montgomery County, Washington, D.C. mayor's office? How is your rapport, and are you getting good responses from them?
Yeah, we do. We get very good. We've, in fact, during the last election in D.C., we're actively involved. We had two candidates that we had who were supported by us. They were elected. They were the former mayor, Vincent Gray, from Ward 7, and also in Ward 8. We also had one, Mr. Trayvon White, who was elected in Ward 8. Now, in the state of Maryland, we work very closely with the government there, too, from the governor down to the senators and the council members as well. And basically, we're well known all the way throughout the community.
Very good. Recently, I heard that you have accepted to be the chairperson for another initiative which is related with international trade and commerce called Showcase Africa, to be held next year sometime in July in Prince George's County. What do you think that the potential, and what are you trying to achieve through that?
Well, local, statewide, national, but international flavor is necessary at the stage that the world is basically at now. You have to forge relationships with people who are thousands of miles away in order to accomplish things that you will not be able to accomplish just being in the U.S. So we see it as a vital connector, basically from a business perspective. We also see it as a vital connection from a clergy perspective, too, as well. We have Senator Muse, who has churches in Nigeria. Very common for other ministers to be doing things abroad. But I think if we're going to solve the local problems, we have to start with solving the world's problems. We have a common objective, peacefulness, prosperity, supporting the people in each of our communities and in the countries. There's no difference. So we have to broaden and make the world a little bit smaller.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gaskin. On behalf of Next Television and World Media City, I'm grateful that you joined us today. Thank you very much.
Thank you.